Hey guys, welcome back to On the Ball. So the AFC and NFC championship games concluded, and we have our Super Bowl matchup, the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. I'll go over my picks next week sometime. Both of the championship games were not really particularly close despite the one score. The Chiefs and 49ers I both predicted would win. I'm going to go over both the AFC and NFC championship games with you because I got a lot to say about both of them. So the Chiefs defeated the Titans 35-24 in the AFC championship game. The Titans were really aggressive early. It was 17-7. They had a Derrick Henry wildcat run, and then they also threw to an offensive lineman, Dennis Kelly, for another touchdown, and they were up 17-7. And unlike Baltimore, I was not as much worried for Kansas City because I know they can come back from down multiple scores, unlike I've seen Baltimore do this year. After being down 17-7, the Chiefs scored 28 unanswered points, a lot of them on big plays. Sammy Watkins had a 60-yard touchdown. Pat Mahomes had that big touchdown run. Tyreek Hill also had a 20-yard touchdown. So it was a lot of big plays from the Kansas City Chiefs, which we're accustomed to seeing since Pat Mahomes was taken over as the starting quarterback. I noticed Tennessee played a little bit conservatively after they had that 17-7 lead. Obviously, the one that you notice is the one on the Pat Mahomes touchdown run where it didn't really look like anyone really wanted to tackle him. Although it was a great touchdown run nonetheless. Tennessee just looked a little lackluster. They looked like they let go of the pedal, which I thought they should have just kept running it down their throats. I thought they should have kept running the ball at least 10 more times. I think Derrick Henry only ran it 19 times for 70 yards. They kind of went away with what they've been successful at this entire postseason against the Patriots and Ravens, and early against the Chiefs, but they kind of went away from that, and I think that really killed their momentum. And on Kansas City's side, it's just crazy how many explosive pieces they have on the offense. Like I know I keep going over this, but it's one of the most it's probably the most explosive offense I've ever seen. You know, I haven't been alive that long, but as much as I've been watching football, I haven't seen a much more explosive offense than this. I mean, Travis Kelce had 3 catches for 30 yards. One of their fastest guys, McCall Hardman, only had 1 catch. Sammy Watkins, who is their 3rd or maybe 4th best receiver on some days, had 7 catches for 114 yards and a touchdown. That's just like not. I don't know how many teams in the NFL right now that have weapons like them that could do that. Let me rephrase that. I don't think there's another team out there that their 4th best wide receiver on some days can go get 100 yards. It's really rare. But nonetheless, the Chiefs did an amazing job. Their defensive line is obviously underrated. They held Derrick Henry to under 70 yards, led by Chris Jones and Frank Clark. I've been saying this for the past couple weeks. They've been stepping it up recently, and I think if they can hold San Francisco under 100, 120 yards, I'll go over that in the next video, but if they can hold them to a number like that, I think they'll have a real shot at winning the Super Bowl. So congrats to the Kansas City Chiefs, the AFC champions of the 2019-2020 NFL season. So in the NFC championship game, the 49ers defeated the Packers 37-20. 49ers came out scorching hot. After halftime, it was 27-0. Unlike Tennessee, once the 49ers got up 2 scores, they kept the pressure on Aaron Rodgers, not playing conservatively, rushing him, and they only had to send 4 guys, but they would get to him easily, and then they were able to score off of good field positioning due to their defense. Like I've said previously, Jimmy Garoppolo does not need to play perfect in order for them to win football games, especially shown in this game, because he only threw the ball 8 times total. He was 6 of 8 in the entire game. San Francisco ran the ball over 40 times. Mostert, who I didn't really even know that well prior to this game, had 229 yards and 4 touchdowns on like almost 30 carries. It was a great game from him. Obviously, great play calling from Kyle Shanahan. They just kept running it down Green Bay's throats, and they had no way to stop it. Their defensive line is just not what their defensive line just could not handle the run game. I have a bone to pick with Aaron Rodgers and the Packers offense. Aaron Rodgers through the first half threw for only 65 yards. Yes, I know San Francisco's defensive line got to him a lot and they pressured him a lot. You need to take more shots down the field. Against this team, they're going to score on you. They run your defensive line is not going to stop them. You need to take more shots downfield, especially early in the game. They had 100. Aaron Rodgers threw for 100 yards in the 4th quarter alone once they were down 3 scores. You got to take more shots early in the game and take your chances. If you throw a pick, oh well, these aren't going to reflect in your numbers. It's about winning games now. It's not about not throwing interceptions like he does in the regular season, which he's done for the past couple of years, which I understand to limit your mistakes. But if you're not taking the chances down the field, then are you really trying your best to win the game? And I'm not saying that they aren't trying their best to win the game, but they just played so conservatively for the first 3 quarters, they had no shot in winning the game. You know, they got to take more shots. They got to take more shots down the field early in the game. I think that would have helped them at least keep this game closer coming into the fourth, where Aaron Rodgers has made miracle throws and plays before. It just frustrates me. Aaron Rodgers is such a talented quarterback, and I don't know if it's Matt LaFleur more in this offensive scheme, or this new offensive scheme this year, or if it's more Aaron Rodgers trying to play conservative, but it's not going to work against this team. The team's too gritty. The San Francisco 49ers, they're too good. You got to take more chances. I don't know what else to say. I was just disappointed in not seeing Aaron Rodgers, go for that big play early in the game, coming up to halftime and trying to get a score on the board. It was just a lot of conservative play calling, and I don't know. But congrats to the San Francisco 49ers. They played their butts off. They had a hell of a year, and they went from 4 wins to now in the Super Bowl. It's a great job by the San Francisco 49ers and the entire team. Well deserving of heading to the Super Bowl. Along with my Super Bowl predictions in my next video, you can probably expect me to talk about my top 5 headlines coming from Super Bowl 54 in Miami on February 2nd. I'm super excited for this game. I think it's going to be a great game between 2 of the best teams in the entire league, and I can't wait to watch it. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to On the Ball for more content. I appreciate all the likes, comments, and views that you guys give me. See you guys on the next video. Peace.